¿cómo están? Hoy vamos a hablar del imperfecto. So we're going to talk just a little bit about the imperfect tense today. I'm going to try and keep it really short and sweet and to the point with some examples and practices for you to do. And you can always let me know in the comments whether or not this helped you. The imperfect is a past tense, just like the preterite is the past tense. You do have some specific times when you use it, just like you have specific times when you use the preterite tense. So the imperfect tense, you use it with mostly habitual actions, time, descriptions, and ongoing actions. The habitual actions are things that you used to do all the time in the past. So for instance, when I was little, I used to do the following, okay? Or last summer, every day we went to the beach. Something that was done all of the time. So these are habitual actions. The time is always used with the imperfect as well. So if you're describing in the past, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you'd say eran las tres por la tarde. I think I said the afternoon. And then descriptions would be a variety of things, but it's used to describe people, places, atmospheres. Whatever you're doing with a description, you're going to be using the imperfect. So he was short or tall, she was smart, or whatever. And it was a beautiful day. There was blue sky. The car was pink, orange, and purple. Anything that has to do with a description is going to be the imperfect tense. And then the classic, I guess, classic example of the imperfect and the preterite tense together are the ongoing actions. So I was doing this when this happened. So the was-ing is the imperfect. I was talking on the phone when the man knocked at the door. Knock at the door is going to be the preterite tense. So that's a very classic example. Okay, so how do we formulate it? We formulate it by dropping off the ending of the infinitive, just like you were going to perhaps conjugate a regular present tense verb. So you drop off the AR, the ER, or the IR, and then you put the ending. Now in this case, we're just going to do the AR verbs first. So the AR endings are the ABA, ABAS, ABA, and then ABAMOS and ABAN. Okay, so these are the endings that we would add once we dropped off the AR. Okay, so for instance, yo escuchaba la música. Okay, the to form, tú escuchabas la radio. Él escuchaba, ella escuchaba, usted escuchaba. So all of these would use that form. Nosotros escuchábamos. All right, notice that the accent is there because the intonation goes up on the A. The accents are important to help us go up at the correct spot, because if we just go with our natural inclination, we're going to put that intonation on a different vowel. Okay, so the accent, the tilde, is very important here. So nosotros escuchábamos. Ellos escuchaban. Ellas escuchaban. Ustedes escuchaban. Okay, so pretty easy. Drop the AR off, add these endings, and you've got the imperfect. Okay, so let's do a little bit of practice. Practicamos. Yo escuchar la música cuando el teléfono sonar. Okay, so this is our classic example. I was listening to music, imperfect, when the phone rang, preterite tense. Okay, think. You can always pause me if you need to. Escuchaba la música cuando el teléfono sonó. You could put yo there as well, whatever works. Yo escuchaba la música cuando el teléfono sonó. Nosotros bailar cuando éramos pequeños. Éramos is just when we were little. So we used to dance when we were little. Ready? Bailábamos cuando éramos pequeños. Third example. Él hablar francés. So he used to speak French. Okay, ready? Él hablaba francés. Okay. Formulating the IR and ER verbs, remember they're almost always the same, these two. And again, you just chop that IR or ER off and you add IA, IAS, IA, IA, well, IAMOS and IAN. Notice the accent. Kind of hard to say really fast. So, yo vivía, tú vivías, ella vivía, nosotros comíamos, ellas comían. Comer. Okay? Again, pretty simple. And guys, guess what? Not many exceptions. So let's take a practice, quick practice. Practicamos acá. Usted comer cuando el hombre llegar. This is our classic example. You were eating when the man came. The first is going to be, the was-ing is going to be and the imperfect. Second part, and the past or preterite. Comía cuando el hombre llegó. Ella asistir en la universidad cuando era joven. When she was young. Okay, here we go. Asistía en la universidad cuando era joven. I don't know why university is capitalized. Okay. Ellos vivir en España muchos años. They lived there for many years. We don't know how many years, so it's very vague, not a specific time. Ready? Vivían en España muchos años. All right? We've got 3 regular verbs. Ir, ser, ver. Pretty simple, huh? Iba, ibas, iba. Íbamos, iban, era, eras, era, éramos, eran, veía, veías, veía, veíamos, and veían. Honestly, just off the top of my head, couldn't think of a time to use there, but I'm sure I could find one if I really thought about it. But ir and ser, you'll probably hear quite often, especially ser. Ir, maybe not quite as much. All right, let's do a little bit of practice, and then we're going to finish it up. Okay, so practicamos. Cuando yo ser joven, jugar todos los días con animales. Cuando era joven, jugaba todos los días con animales. All right, next one. Ustedes hacer el trabajo en casa. So hacer is always irregular, but not in this case. Hacían el trabajo en casa. Nosotros ir en la escuela cuando mi mamá me llamar. Okay? Íbamos en la escuela. We were en route to the school. Cuando should be an O there. Mi mamá me llamó. Tú llegar en casa en este momento. Llegaba en casa en este momento. You were coming at this moment. That whatever happened. El beber agua. Bebía agua. Ellas decir que le habrían gustado venir cuando. Don't worry about the rest of it. We just want to put decir in the imperfect. Decían que le habrían gustado venir cuando. Bueno, muchos, should be muchas gracias, but I had to put all those O's in there just because I wanted to. Muchas gracias, and I will catch you next time. Bye.